Okay, so he's talking about what Congress has done. The president hasn't. The president didn't want to put forth sanctions against Russia. In fact, just before Christmas, that's when Steve Mnuchin was slipping in the, hey, Oleg Deripaska, you're my boy, I got you.
No, I was just about to say that. And, you know, I mean, when we go through this whole litany of the history of what's happened over the last 2 years, I mean, let's not forget the Michael Flynn piece of this, right, that we had the president was warned that the national security advisor was potentially compromised. He was warned by Sally Yates, warned by previous administrations who knew that he was a problem. There's this incredible pattern of disregarding his own government in terms of basic, governance around how we run the national security apparatus, a consistent disregard for any of the standard operating principles in terms of how we develop our foreign policy, to your very good point that there is no foreign policy of any sort of structured form that anyone can particularly identify. Richard Haas made the point this morning with Mika and Joe that, when your own government is left in the dark about your relationship with one of the most important foreign powers in the world, that means that there's no structure to your ability to respond. There's no policy at play. It's just, mano a mano. And the president seems to think that that's how foreign policy gets done. I mean, remember, we still have, 45 open ambassadorships around the world? It's just this sort of blatant disregard for any kind of norms and structures around foreign policy. But, what I just have to say this. I think that as we head into the election year, what makes this all so difficult is how incredibly complicated it is for average Americans to follow this stuff. I mean, we spend an hour just trying to unravel this weekend. And I think, honestly, that he's counting on that. And so are the Republicans, especially heading into the next election cycle. They think Americans don't understand. They do want to paint this as a personal vendetta against him. That's worked for them. So, I mean, as his approval ratings drop, obviously you can ask how long that sustains. But
Rick,
Americans have a very
you're
hard
a Republican. But hold on. Why would Republicans want to count on that? They didn't stand with President Trump before this. Why would they go down with the ship with him for it?
And they were the party of national security for most of the last generation against Russia.
I wish I could explain it. I want to lay waste to this talking point that Obama wasn't tougher on Russia.
It's ridiculous.
We closed down 2 foreign properties. What do you call them, Clint? They're
usually consulates.
Yeah, closed them down and threw out at least 12. I think it was 12.
Yeah.
Which prompted the Michael Flynn call.
We've never done
That's how that.
And the Russia
Trump has never done that.
crippled their economy.
He wants to lift things.
So this idea that Obama, and look, I didn't vote for Obama. He's not. But let's just tell the truth. This administration has not been tougher on Russia than the previous administration. Period. Full stop.